When you think of an old abandoned hosiery mill back to the 1920s, is this what you think of? I bet not. We are going to be here today at Moretz Mill, the new Moretz Mill, with Andrea Surratt, the Assistant City Manager for the City of Hickory, and Jon Moretz, who is the owner and visionary for this beautiful property. Has a wonderful story, and we're going to take a tour with him later. But first, we're going to head to Andrea Surratt. Thank you, Andrea, for joining me today. We are here at the entrance of Moretz Mill. It's beautiful. We're going to take a tour with Jon Moretz in a little bit, but first I wanted to talk to you from a city perspective of how important is something like this project to the City of Hickory and Innovate Catawba's bigger plan?
Thanks, Dana. I am so excited about this project. It was a building that sat on the landscape, vacant, just without any life to it. And now Mr. Moretz and his team has made a significant investment along with the city to renovate this building, and we are so proud that we have lights on again in this facility and that it's going to be a destination for a lot of people to come. Whether you're going to a party or coming potentially to a restaurant or even to work out, it's a great place.
Yeah, and I know, I mean, it's amazing to see the transformation. How does that even begin to happen with the city? And I know there's some things that we do to get involved with these business owners who want to do this, but tell me a little bit more about that.
Sure. So the City of Hickory has a vacant building grant program, and we feel like it has offered developers and property owners the chance to think about their old buildings differently. So they can access some funds through an approval process through the city up to $20,000. That then helps them decide whether or not they can renovate the building or tear it down. And in this case, such a great building, they decided to renovate it. They, of course, accessed a number of state and federal tax credits and brownfield dollars. But in the end, it really became the private investment that led the way, and public investment just was an additional benefit to the project.
This is wonderful. I mean, we see Holler Mill right up the road. Right. Moretz now being renovated like this. We are going to be talking in the future episodes about Piedmont Wagon, about Lyerly Mill, which will be eventually opening soon. It looks like it's a big plan for Hickory and all that we're doing.
It is. These places have been here since the beginning of Hickory's start as a community. It was founded along a railroad. It has industry as its backbone, and these buildings have been here the whole time practically. So now they get to be reused. People get to go in them again. They have got great architecture, and it's just nice to see that these neighborhoods can also be revitalized as a result of this investment.
What a delight to see these buildings now open with the lights on and more coming in the future. What a great thing for the City of Hickory and overall Catawba County's Innovate Catawba plan. And we are going to go take a tour now with Jon Moretz of this beautiful property.
Here we have Vitality Anti-Aging Center. It's actually a beauty spa as well as health center. As you can see, they have a lovely lobby as you go in, and they are actually our first tenant. Here we have Southeast Retirement Planners. They were our third tenant, actually. Health and Home Services is the area's largest independent nursing outsourcing company that trains nurses to work in homes and elder care facilities. Sandy Huff and her company, this will be their national headquarters. We just came up the stainless steel stairwell, which we use stainless steel because it's reminiscent of the era where everything was used wood with steel, wood and steel was the structure with brick and everything, so we wanted to replicate that look, and so that was the reason we chose that material. These are the original floors from the mid-30s when this section of the facility was built. And the ceiling here is the original ceiling, the original beams, steel beams, the original wood above. All of this is from the mid-1930s. We mixed, made the area eclectic with modern art, actually from my daughter, Laura Moretz Kruner. We go into the main event center room, which can seat over 360 people. And we have a large 20-foot by 10-foot vision screen, which can show audio-visual presentations, as well as any TV show can be live streamed there. These original floors, again, original brick, original ceiling in wood. What's not original, but very purposeful is the bar that we acquired. An antique bar from the Red Baron auction house about 12 years ago. It came from Wales. It's the Prince of Wales bar. And all the stained glass is original. These red doors are the original fire doors, again from the mid-1930s. And these, we have 18 sets of these throughout the building because the building has a lot of areas. I always said it'd make a great haunted house. Now we're moving into the original 8,000 square feet that was actually built in 1928 as Whistnet Hosiery. And this is the original dock door and dock facility, and over here to my left is the original 8,000 square foot facility which was built in 1928. The cobblestones out here are actually from the Boston Harbor circa 1760 that we also bought at an auction, the Red Baron Auction House, about 10 years ago. Not really knowing where I was going to use them, but it really came in handy when the courtyard, we're making this the courtyard again, which is the original loading dock built in 1928. Here are the corporate offices of Moretz Mills, the facility here, and Carol Amrani is our general manager. Then we have our Moretz Marketing Company, which manages the licensing for the Kathy Allen brand and other lifestyle companies. And then Dynamic Journeys, which is a travel agency that Sarah Keener Moretz is the owner of. We're standing here on the original 8,000 square feet, and this is the original floor that was built in 1928 as Whistnet Hosiery. This is the original corridor that was here, and they weren't offices, they were like bins where they put socks and actually where they knit machines. The knitting machines were on these floors. These are the original columns in the 1928 section that was originally built. This will be the Whistnet Moretz Museum. This will start with the Whistnet Hosiery that actually founded this facility in 1928, and it grew through the years into the 60s, and then it was acquired by Sara Lee, the Haynes division of socks, and then we bought it in 1992, and will contain the museum pieces and the history of both companies. This hallway leads to 14 individual offices that a CPA or an attorney or an individual just starting up their business, like an incubation facility, and you can rent a single room, a 10 by 12 or 14 by 18 for $360 or $420 a month, all in. Again, use the common space, cafeteria and conference room, and start your own business. So I'm entering Southside Power and Fitness, the area's latest and greatest fitness facility. The unique feature of our facilities, we have a women's only area, all brand new equipment. And here we have our group fitness with our list of all the free classes. We have spin, Pilates, yoga, and a lot of other group fitness activities. Here we have the cardio deck where we have our fitness cardio equipment, has 12-channel TV selection on each machine. Over here we have our Cybex stations to work every body part. We're entering the pit. We call it Pit Fit. We have all the different activities. Okay, coming into the men's fitness and restroom facilities, and we have Apple walkers all the way around the walls. We have lovely enclosed showers and the most incredible steam room known to man. The most interesting part of this 83,000 square foot facility was it started in 1928 with 8,000 square feet as a hosiery company, and all through its different ownerships until we bought it in 1992, it remained a hosiery company. Now today, we've revitalized it, we repurposed it as a multi-use facility to keep the historical features and components of that for this area where hosiery and textiles was one of the founding industries of Catawba County.
After seeing this lovely renovation at Moretz Mill, as well as Holler Mill's renovation, which was right up the road not too long ago, stay tuned because you're going to be seeing more about these renovations for the city of Hickory with properties like Piedmont Wagon, as well as Lyerly Mill, which is the new transportation insight, all part of Innovate Catawba's plans and the city of Hickory.